Hello again, FA Nation. Justin Fensterman back with you with more ADP TV on FantasyAlarm.com, helping you get ready for your fantasy football drafts. And I'm going over some of the ADP values I like and don't like so you can win that gold this fantasy football season. Let's get right down to the winning game plan. No surprise here who I'm starting out with, or at least it shouldn't be. Marlin Mack, 32 at this point. Third round value for a guy in a completely murky quarterback situation. Who's going to be starting week one? Well, if you're a T.Y. Hilton owner, you might be a little bit concerned. But at this point, if you're getting ready to draft and you're sitting there in the third round looking for a running back, Marlin Mack, they are going to feed this guy 10 touchdowns in 12 games last season. At this point, who can we trust on this team with this Andrew Luck injury situation? Who can we trust in this whole Indianapolis Colts organization? Marlin Mack. That's right, that's a guy that you're going to be getting for balance purposes as your running back too. I like it very much. Surprised he's not going closer to the second round, but if he's sitting there at the end of your third round, even going into the fourth round, which I don't expect him to be sitting there for, but end of third round, great balance pick for you. A guy who you know no matter who it is under center, he is going to get fed. Let's move on to another murky situation, and that's with the Oakland Raiders. This Antonio Brown drama just won't go away. But who's sitting there at 138? Tyrell Williams. Who is going to take away targets away from Tyrell Williams at this point? Hunter Renfrow, J.J. Nelson, come on. Tyrell Williams at 138. That's great value. He could end up being the number one option at this point. If Antonio Brown wants to wear his fantasy alarm hat throughout the season, don't complain about it. Just get one AB. Maybe that will help you with your helmet issues. But just like how dirty this hat is, it's completely dirty in Oakland with this situation. But Tyrell Williams at this point to me is a must draft. A guy again, 138. You're getting him so late, and somebody's got to be able to catch the ball. Somebody has to be targeted in Oakland, and Tyrell Williams is your best bet at this time. Great value. It's not going to get any better. And if this Antonio Brown situation continues, the guy's threatened retirement. Tyrell Williams can become the number one wide receiver on this team. And that is why I am most certainly targeting him in all of my drafts before that ADP just completely skyrockets. All right, let's talk about some of the players whose ADP I don't really like right now. And we have to start with Cooper Kupp. At 55, there are a few problems with Cooper Kupp here. Number one, he played 8 games last season. And I get it, before he got hurt, he seemed to be on pace to catch at least 65 balls, maybe even 70, maybe even more. We don't know. He got hurt. But here's the bigger problem than the injury, because he seems fully recovered from that, and we've heard nothing holding him back ever since. It's the other receivers on this team. You got Robert Woods, you got Brandon Cooks, both being drafted right around Kupp. And I know the high-octane Rams offense is going to be throwing a lot, but still, because he's being drafted so close to these guys, a wide receiver 3 that I am taking in the 5th round at this point, nah, brah. And especially with coming off the injury, I am just going to wait. Too rich for my blood. I'd rather go with Cooks or even Woods and invest in the Rams that way. Are there too many cooks in the kitchen? Pun intended. There are a lot of receiving weapons there in LA. At 55, I'm still looking to solidify my running back position and not go with a guy who is in a major target share. Another player whose ADP I just don't like at this point, Corey Davis. And the big reason is I know he was targeted a lot last year. I know he only had 4 touchdowns to show for it. But who is going to be starting under center? Davis said months ago that he feels his rapport is growing constantly with Mariota. But will it be Marcus Mariota throwing him the ball? Will it be Ryan Tannehill? We don't know. But I am not willing to pay the value I'm going to have to pay in order to get Corey Davis at this point here. Am I paying 7th, 8th round value for him? Nah, not at this point. If I am investing in the Titans, it's certainly in that run game. Because again, with this situation being so confusing, different skill sets come with different quarterbacks, I don't want to invest in the guy who's going to be covered the most, and that right now is Corey Davis. I'd rather wait till the end and take a shot on an Adam Humphries for $1, on a Delaney Walker, even late as a tight end, a guy who I know even if it doesn't work out, I can stream that tight end position. But when it comes to the receiving core in Tennessee, when it comes to Marcus Mariota and how all of a sudden it seems to be a quarterback competition, Corey Davis is going to get prioritized from the defense when it comes to coverage, and I am not going to spend starter's price on drafting Corey Davis. I will simply wait, or I will simply look for a receiver who knows who's going to be throwing him the ball week 1 of the 2019 fantasy football season.